Yeah, I did it. Yes, I had a haircut. It's the disheveled look. Supposed to be wash and wear. Not really. I washed my hair last night before going to bed. Big mistake. Hey, it is Sunday, March something. I've given up on the dates, so you're not going to get any dates. You can look it up on the thumbnail. I have had a lovely weekend. Right now I'm checking to see if anybody's going to hit my car. We had another snow dump yesterday. It's spring. We don't want the snow anymore. It's getting out of hand. We're tired of this. I'd rather smell the dog poop that's melting on the sidewalks than shoveling snow. There you go. So, oh, it's Toronto today. I'm a little hyper. I've had a good night's sleep. I went to bed early. I woke up early. And it's a gorgeous day. It's beautiful, sunshine. And Steph and I already went out grocery shopping. So that's done and out of the way. It's 1 o'clock right now. And yesterday I had a very productive day. I was still taking care of some paperwork. I had a lot to do because everything was backtracked from last October, November. I'm finally caught up. Everything is in place for the new year. I've also started my business-related papers. I have to keep track of everything because I own my own business, so it's a different kind of reporting to the government. So I did that. I also reorganized a bit, and I don't know if that interests you in any way, but I'm planning, I'm in the works of reorganizing my planners. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos recently. People are talking about their planners, their personal agendas, their journals, and so I've been educating myself on the topic, and when I have finally a system that works for me, I think I might share that with you without getting into too many details, although, you know, planning, it's kind of like the purpose of planning is that you can go into detail. But anyways, I'll see if that interests you. Let me know in the comments because like I said, I'm right now I'm experimenting with a new system. I'll see if it works for me, and I found that it has helped me a lot, especially within the last week. So I might talk about that in the future. Okay, girls, have you bought your book? Ooh, I got the Joanne Sharp book. So excited. We have gotten it in the store. I know a lot of people have ordered it online, and it was kind of like the publishing date was pushed back. I have mine. I'm sorry. I'm really happy. I have in the past signed on to Joanne's online classes. I think I bought like 3 like a couple of years ago. I hope I can still follow them. I had started doing the Letter Love 101, I believe. And she also came to the store, and she's such an amazing lady. She is, oops, sorry, I moved you. She's a lot of fun. She's very calm, down to earth, and I really enjoyed the way she does her art. And so I bought the book. I treated myself because I deserve it. And I'm on budget, so yay. Okay, enough chit-chatting. I am going to show you how I have finally completed My Girl with the Flowing Hair, the ongoing saga, and I think I'm going to insert that now.
Okay, so I'm just going to talk you through my process. As you know, this page had already been started when Kathy visited me about a month ago, and I really wanted to get it done. I wanted to get it finished. The painting part was not recorded because, as I've mentioned, I wasn't alone and I was just enjoying myself. So I'm going to talk you through the rest of it. What you're seeing me do right now is highlighting the hair. Not highlighting, more like tracing around the hair strands with a Permaball Pilot pen. I love this pen. It is my favorite doodling pen, and they're hard to get, but if you manage to get your hands on them, grab a whole bunch. So here's a closer look at what it looks like. Then I figured it needed a touch of white, And by a touch, I mean a lot, and you'll see later on. Right now I'm using a calligraphy pen with FW acrylic artist ink, and the surface was a little too glossy, so I had a hard time with the calligraphy pen, not in terms of the ink sticking to the page, but the pen was shifting on me, so I didn't enjoy the process. I'm going to go over just a few select strands of hair, and then I'm going to move on to a different method. And you see me erase with a paper towel. I've messed up a few times, and the calligraphy pen was spitting on me, and anyways, all kinds of things happen. I didn't enjoy that process, so I'm gonna have to work on that, because I like the idea of a calligraphy pen, but probably not for that use. So here's where things went really wrong for me. The photo that Kathy had brought was showing this picture as being a stained glass, I believe, because there's a lot of light holes that were shining through. So this is my attempt at creating some spotlights, I guess. And it's a stenciling brush. It's like a dry brush. And I took acrylic paint and I did circles and then dry brushed around it to make it look like some glow around it. I don't know if it's successful. I'll add the glow later on, and I probably didn't record it. So after the white lines were in place, I decided that I still needed to highlight those strands, and I was going to do just a few dots on a few strands with a gel pen, and changed my mind along the way, and I ended up with this. But it's okay. It was there, and once I got going, I couldn't stop. And I also kind of highlighted the circles I made. I created some kind of dotted movement around the white dots. Then another saga. I was using this Sharpie poster paint pen to add some flowers through the hair, and that is the second pen that I bought. The first one I had originally clogged up on me, and that's when I got really discouraged and left that piece alone for a few weeks. But once the flowers were in place, I went over them with big brush pens by Faber-Castell to sort of create shadows. And I'm using a brush sticks by Imagine Crafts to blend the big brush pen. The cool thing about big brush is they're made of India ink, but they're blendable until they're dry. And because I was doing this on a surface that was glossy, because that's what I got from the poster paint marker, it allowed me to blend until it dried. So I went around all of the flowers, outlining them like you're seeing me do right now. And then by the time I was done the last flower, I was able to go back to the first one and blend it. So I let it dry just a little bit so I wouldn't smudge the whole thing. And then I used the brush sticks to blend. And that worked perfectly. I really liked how it turned out. And I'm going to add some shades of browns as well, like 2 shades of brown. I think I got nougat and dark brown for the flowers. Here's a closer look. And I'm also taking the big brush pen to add some shading to the side of her face. I don't know why I did it in 3 sections. I'm going to also use it underneath the chin on the right hand side. And you can see me, I usually use my fingers to blend the big brush pens, but in small areas like that I was going to smudge everything, so that's why I use the brush sticks, which are great. They're kind of like a foam applicator or a foam tip, and they blend those pens beautifully. Now here's a closer look at what it looks like when I blend with the brush sticks. It's spelled BRUSHTIC. That's why I say brush sticks. I'm drying the flowers so far because I want to add my last color, which is a darker color, the walnut brown, and I don't want it to smudge all the other colors that I've put below. So I hit it with the heat tool just a little bit. and I blended that color very lightly. And now I'm redoing 3 of the flowers. I'm completing them, bringing them to the forefront because all of the other flowers were kind of tucked in between the strands of hair, and I thought that some of them needed to be brought back. So I'm essentially redoing them.
Okay, I've come to a point where I don't know where I'm going. And I am debating whether I should stop this or continue. Now, you've seen me redo 3 of the flowers because all of the flowers were hidden behind her hair and it didn't make sense to me. I needed some of the flowers to pop up to the foreground, and I like that. I kind of fiddled around with the big brush pens just to create the illusion of shadows. Her hair is quite flat, although there's a lot of details, there's no shadows to the hair. The face has a lot of shadow as well, so I figured it's kind of in the same tone as the face, so why don't I shadow these and then I'll let the hair be. The big thing that bothers me are the big fat white circles. The inspiration for this piece is a photo from an artist who I have no idea who she is, or he, it could be a he. It's, my understanding is a stained glass, so there's some light shining through it, and these were supposed to represent some light, and that's why I kind of dry brushed around the white circles. They're too much. I find they are too much. At least one of them is too much. I think I would eliminate that, but it's kind of too late to do anything about it. So I was considering doing something inside the actual white holes. I call them the white holes, or just let them be. And I'm kind of leaning more towards let it be. You gotta know when to quit. This is what I call a big mess and spending way too much time on something. Still, I'm happy with the way it looks right now, except for the white dots, and I'm just gonna have to learn and live with it. Last thing I want to do is sign it. And I'm gonna call it a day. That's it. That's it. I don't want to touch it anymore. I don't want to see it for a while. You know, it's just one of those things that it kind of works, but it kind of doesn't. You know, it's not a completely, oh, I love it, but I'm glad I did it, and move on. So I hope that you've enjoyed watching my trials and tribulations through this piece, and trust me, the next one will be a lot easier than that. Did you like it? Was it nice? Maybe you can tell me. I haven't seen it yet. I haven't done it. I drink too. I'm going to do this as soon as I have a bit of work to do this afternoon, but as soon as I'm done my work, I'm going to work on her, and don't hit my car. Sorry. Stop. Okay. So I have a bit of work I'm gonna finish my work, and then I'm gonna get going, but you've seen it before me. This is magic. Isn't that amazing? Real time versus recorded time. Okay, I need to go now. Thank you for watching. As usual, if you have any questions or comments, leave them below, and I will see you later. Bye!